Somebody have a radio on in the background?
It is the Sirenscape.
We're up.
Okay, cool.
We're up.
No, we don't have a radio on in the
Yes.
background, but we do have a bard.
We have bards.
Excellent.
You are in town. Okay, we're up. Welcome everybody to Streams of Spero, episode 7. I've been doing better at tracking this cast compared to the other because that one went on for 3 years and I've completely lost track of episodes. But here we are, good here, which is amazing. And I am Benito, the DM. We have our cast here. We are down 2 members, unfortunately. There will be no Tyler, but maybe. And then Jeremy, because he's in the process of a move, so hopefully everything will get settled down next time we get together. But we have the rest of our players here, and Nate is back. So Nate, introduce yourself.
I'm Nathan. I'm playing Ian Spire, the Lazy Bard.
Next.
I'm Steph. I play Bailen Cadell, the rogue who probably has a mission but is not paying attention to it.
And is also back.
And I am Lady Kerowyn Cadell. I am her cousin and the daughter of the Lord, who is apparently indisposed at the moment.
And you are?
I'm Jed.
And
Yeah.
I am
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I am Lewanika of Tabletop Journeys, and I am playing M. Shali, the scout for the town, and good friend of Bailen.
Oh yeah. We'll see where that goes.
I heard about last week, by the way. Or last time.
I promise you my intentions are pure.
Okay, next.
Well, they're purely something. They're purely something.
They're purely
Really intentional. Yep.
Hey,
I still
Rogue.
like you, don't worry.
Rogue's got a rogue. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, next.
You're a ranger.
I'm both.
Sorry. I'm Art. I'm playing Ash Excaligo, priest of the god Cross, the god of protection.
And last.
I'm Matthew. I'm playing Falsa Doom, the captain of the town guard and local investigator of sorts, and patron of the divine friendship of Ash and Michelle.
Interesting. All right. Well, welcome back, and we have two of our players back. So I will kind of give a brief on what has happened as of late. So we defeated the first of the Black Zodiac, and the group decided that they needed to find Winston Junior. That was pretty crucial. So Mshali, Bailen, and Ian have decided to be the group. Well, I'm not sure Bailen was supposed to, but she decided it was part of what she was going to do, and taken Magdalene and Jean to go find where Powell went. So a group of 5 have taken off to see where he has gone off to in Berkinshire and capture him, retrieve him, or continue what that investigation lies. The rest of the group stayed back, tried to get things back into in order, and when that happened, Tyros seemed to have brought back a unique individual, a interesting young girl with some extreme military martial prowess, and says that he needs to go after finding out that he was the one of a mysterious birth. That hasn't been 100% confirmed, but it seems like it is who she's looking for. And she looks to seem to take him away, and you're not really sure exactly where, how far, how long, or what, but that would be your priest of the town. And that is the dilemma going on with that. So we will go start to the town of Wellshire with Lady Kerowyn and Ash. Thulsa, you're there as well, so as you can see, the 3 of you in the town can decide what you want to kind of do about this situation. And let me know.
Wait a minute, he did what? Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
No, the druid guy. He said what? Sorry, I'm just jumping right in on you.
And Shali wasn't present, so unfortunately I cannot add any information. Though Leonika is aghast.
Okay, so what is Ash? What is your plan? I mean, everything. All of this is all about you at this point.
I don't plan on going anywhere.
Okay.
Plan on staying around to defend the people of the town.
Right. It also sounds like if you leave town, that this witch thing is going to come for you if you try to leave. Or do I have that completely wrong?
I think that she's threatening to come take me if I don't go.
That's kind of the gist. Yep. Because her whole mission was to come and find this person of mysterious birth and take them back to her queen. She seems a mite set on that.
Obviously, without knowing who she is, where she's from, or any of that stuff, I ain't going anywhere.
Well, I had a bit of time to, get the lay of her expertise, and she seems to be a formidable person. Should she decide to enforce her will and take you to see her queen as per her orders, it may be a heck of a fight.
Well, maybe we can compromise. The person who says she's from someplace else serving someone else can come here. I don't know.
Well, I can't say I've had all
where
much
she's saying she
experience with queens, but I doubt queens just go places to visit people.
But they
Especially
send emissaries.
to bring people to them. But we can try.
Yeah, I can see having a foreign queen in Wellshire either going very, very well for us or very, very bad. With very little in between.
That's fair. Yeah. But there's got to be a compromise. You can't just take people away because you say you think they might happen to be a person of interest.
Well, actually, you said that, but that's neither here nor there. I think what ultimately needs to happen first is we need to figure out why she wants to see you. Maybe send a message, because we're not sure it's you, because the person had a fairly vague description of who they were looking for, a person of mysterious birth. So there could be others around the town that have mysterious birth circumstances that we don't know about. So perhaps we can ask for clarification first, and hopefully the queen's far enough away that the message will take a while to get there and an answer to return. Give us more time to think and more time to plan.
Yeah, we can hope, but she's young, so she seems like she's headstrong, I guess is the best word. She wants to do her thing and do it now.
Oh, no doubt. I think she's going to come for you, and she's going to take you because you kind of gave a hint that you might be the one she's looking for. And if you ain't, then she'll get told that by the queen, and she'll come back looking for another. I agree. She's totally headstrong, and she wants things to happen now. I don't think she's willing to wait. But if you're looking for a compromise, I think the best compromise is asking for clarification before anybody goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
If nothing else, to stall.
Right. Ask what risks are involved and where we're actually going and who the queen is.
believe I thought you guys figured out who she. You guys know she's from the Summer Court.
Yes, and Queen Tatiana.
You actually said.
Yeah.
I thought you said no one knew enough about the Fae to know that.
You knew some things, but you don't know exactly why, what, how, what they're about. That was what you don't know. You kind of knew names. You know, Yajiro kind of knew some of existence. He spurted off a bunch of things at Kerowyn when they had your meeting. Again, with that weird voice in his head, but that was pretty much all you got.
Yeah, I'm trusting that all the time.
Just adding more information. That's all.
I got magic and I can heal, but I don't have a god, and that's trustworthy to me. It's not arcane magic, so at least it's not evil.
So Ash, I guess my big question now is, if you don't want to go with this woman now, how are we going to convey to her that you need more information? Because I have a funny feeling, based upon what you guys have told me, is that whoever the messenger is on this could, like, throw the saying "don't kill the messenger" might go out the window, is all I'm trying to say.
This young woman that we're dealing with, she's like Lady Bailen on a night when she's going after a beer. I don't expect much will get in her way, and I don't expect she'll, wait for her prize to show up in front of her. She's going to go find it. But
this person has my vote. Whatever we're doing.
Well, you're not there.
If you were there.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you know. Telepathically, my cousin. I like her.
Steph letting the fans know.
Right? Yeah. No metagaming.
Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, Lee, I saw that.
I don't know how to I don't know exactly what words to use, but I have a holy responsibility in that I've sworn that I would protect the people of this town, and I cannot give that up unless I lose favor with my God, and I can't do that.
And
I appreciate that, and you being my best friend, I'll stand in her way as much as you need me to, and I'll take her in circles if you want.
I appreciate that. I don't want anybody else getting hurt over this either.
Likewise.
I don't know. I'm open to suggestions.
I might get...
My best suggestion?
She claims...
We find someone else a mysterious birth and drop her off on there.
It's a good suggestion.
Those, I don't... I appreciate your opinion. I'm not sure if I'm willing to sacrifice just anybody in town, strange birth or otherwise.
Well, Junior comes to mind. I bet he's got some
okay, but he's not necessarily in town.
I mean, bastards are always mysterious in some way, right?
Officially, I cannot... I cannot condemn what you're saying. Unofficially, I totally, wholeheartedly agree with everything that you're saying, Fulsa. But I can't. If somebody's listening, I can't agree with you. Yeah, I'm so struggling with this whole I'm supposed to be quiet in circumstances thing. What do you think will satisfy getting a message to her? I don't. I mean, an arrow with a message around it shot over, the wall, kind of a thing. I don't think
she's not going to come anywhere near the town. She doesn't want to come here. She says it's dangerous.
I mean, she wouldn't be wrong.
It's fair, but why does she think it's dangerous if she doesn't even know where here is? So many questions.
So you ever shot an arrow?
I have.
It generally don't stop to ask for directions on where it's going. So, this young girl, she's fixated.
That sounds like a good word. Fixated. Yeah.
You tell me what you want to do, and I will back you up. I cannot make decisions. I will be happy to make decisions to benefit the whole, but I'm not going to make decisions for individuals. And since you're not an oath breaker, I'm not making the decision for you.
I'm not deciding to leave. That's for sure.
I think how you
The only way
convey
I-
that to her is where I'm wanting to support you next.
Right. And unfortunately, I think that she could take me by force. So, yeah, I don't know. Open to suggestions, of course. What route do I take with this? How do I approach it?
You said you don't want to leave. You got
Kerowyn,
responsibility down. So,
no. Ash, you met her. Give me an insight check.
If I had my character sheet up, I would be happy to do that right this second. I completely forgot to bring it up.
I'll go spin a tail and I'll request more information and stall her as much as we can.
That would work. Sorry, it's taking a second.
It's okay.
Vorpal board has a roll thing, doesn't it?
Yep. And that little dice on the left, top left.
Let's see. Top left. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. D20. How do I do that? 1. It's taking a sweet time. The character sheet's going to be up by the time I do this. Sorry, guys. I was dumb. Now, since I'm trying to open Vorpal board's going to be unresponsive.
Bro.
I'm trying. Got too many things going on. Computer doesn't like it. Hope everybody who's watching isn't getting bored.
We lose him. Too much going on. He crashes. You know what? Also, you give me the roll. You also matter.
What am I rolling?
Insight.
All of a sudden, Bolso goes away too. Like,
And it could be this whole Fey effect.
All right, there it is.
Hey, there it is.
That pops me out of 25.
You feel that you aren't wrong about like she doesn't exactly know who fits the description of the mysterious birth thing. So in a way, you could not necessarily lie. I guess now, Ash, you got both of it. You got 22. Either one, you got to figure. You don't necessarily need to
I have 22.
fully lie. You could even add more to the pool. So you could indeed say Winston has a mysterious birth as well, and you're looking for him, and that could delay who she takes. Instead of fully putting the spotlight on yourself, you could be like,
add doubt.
Add doubt to the situation. As you've said. Well, you led with it, then you went away from it.
So we can go back to her and say, hey, we found other people who have mysterious births in the town. Unfortunately, the other person you want to talk to is missing.
Your best liar should be the one to do it. Yes.
It's not untrue.
Yeah. As Nate's smiling because he's like, all of them went to Breckenvale. Son of a bitch. DMs.
Well, I mean, yeah, they did. Well, our worst liar went there too. So there's that.
Oh, Mshali, yeah.
Ouch!
Okay,
Hey.
so that's what you want to do. You want to go. You want to go talk to her with
Hey,
a conviction. It
I
is-
would suggest Ian and or Kerowyn persuade his looking at his sheet. His is a little bit better than Kerowyn's.
Ian's not there. Ian went to Breckenvale.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's on
This group is
me.
split 3-3. Yeah.
I guess it's on me.
You sent
I
five
guess-
people to Breckenvale. Just to let you know.
I mean, mine's not awful.
Even the guy that you could have used, your NPC, Jean from.
Yeah, I know. I sent him.
He's gone too.
Hang on.
All right, you know what? My alignment is not lawful. I am not a lawful person, so I do not mind using the blessings of cross to obfuscate the truth to protect those around us. And I don't have the thing to do it. Damn. Guidance, yeah, right there.
Okay.
Ash, do you need me to come with
All right,
you?
so you should, and since you're a noble, your words should carry more weight, and I can give you the blessings of cross to help out.
If I might toss out just a little bit of, Ash going out to her, put you in her hands. And if she decides she wants to take you right then, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
I can do the spell before she leaves.
I agree. I think you should stay in town because if I can't convince her, she's gonna think you're it, and she's gonna want you.
Yeah, sure. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's smart. I'm just hesitant to put other people in danger for me. That's my job, is to put myself in danger for others.
Sometimes we can do that for each other.
That's fair. It still goes against my nature.
Well, it does not go against mine. So, if I have to, I will tell you, Ash, that as one of my protectors, I order you to sit down, shut up, and stay here. But I really don't want to have to go to that extent.
Wish I could say that.
All right.
So
So Yolan will.
I appreciate the thought.
Yolan will go with you
I appreciate you telling me.
and a couple other guards. So it'll be, and then Thulsa, I imagine. So
Thulsa should go too.
an entourage of 4 men with you. Okay.
And I will be armed, but appear casual.
Okay. Fair enough.
Walk casually.
I will follow to the edge of town when you guys go to leave, but I'll stay. And I will cast guidance and say, may cross protect your words and give us the obfuscation that we need to see us through this.
Okay.
So +4 to your next skill check.
All right. Let's hope it's an important one. All right. So you guys are heading off. We're going to go to the other group. You guys arrive in Breckenvale.
It feels like one of those Assassin's Creed transitions where you fly over the tops of the roofs.
Yeah, for a little bit. Hopefully they'll get a little focus on
I
it.
was thinking a Harry Potter moment right into the clock tower.
Yeah, I'm knocking things over. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got time. All right, the three of you are heading into town. There we go. And that is what Breckenvale looks like. You will be coming up from the top over here, in that area where my arrow is, because that's where that gate is pretty much lined up. This is basically coming from the east. I guess I could spin this. Like that. I'll put it down here. Okay. Pretty much you guys can have a little discussion, since Liebenicke, you didn't have not really a chance to, or the three of you didn't have a chance to kind of roleplay a plan of method of tracking down Winston. So I will give you time to talk, and remember, Jean-Francois is with you as well as Magnum.
I am I am here to keep you all as safe as possible, but I don't know this city and will defer to your judgment, Bailen, how we need to proceed.
Ooh, if I'm the one in charge, that's a bad thing.
You took the leader role.
I didn't say it was a good choice. I'm open to suggestions. I like to hear everyone else's thoughts as well. It's not all about me.
Jean goes, well, we can, my thing is we split up, make a lot of, inquiries. It's very dangerous this way, but that's the way I like it.
Dangerous, but are you going to die? I mean,
Me? No, I'm not going to die. I am very charming. I'm very good. Did I not mention your cousin? She loves me already. Look what entrusted me in this mission.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyone else?
If we were in the woods, we would get a scent of him or an idea of his trail, and we'd follow that trail. If Jean's inquiries leads us to clues, we need to meet together so then we can collectively follow those clues. As though they were a trail in the woods, they should be a trail within the city.
That's a good point.
Do we know if he left with anybody? Like, I know we're missing those guards. Did they go with him?
Well, they went at later, but you're assuming they went in the same direction.
So maybe instead of looking directly for Junior, we try looking for the people who followed him. Because there might be a fresher trail with them.
Assuming they came in with wearing what they were, we could simply describe those individuals and just ask for them. Say, we were here to catch up with our compatriots from Wellshire.
Hey, Benny, are there any beggars or anything along the road?
Not on the road right coming into it, but
Okay. There's
give
no
me
like
a
people begging for
give
coin
me
or
a
anything?
history check, Ian, with advantage, because of the time in the tavern. You would have listened to a lot of tales about, or maybe inquired to people about Breckenvale. Bailen, you can also roll a history as well, seeing as you did spend some time outside of Wellshire.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
I got a nat 20 for
Okay.
24.
Well, Ian, what you kind of remember is Breckenvale isn't a very popular town, for one. Lately, you've heard it's pretty militaristic, and just not a super well town, more of a fishing and farming area. Bailen, you have heard that they have a commander in charge, and he is definitely a Commander Crow, and he is definitely a cruel, tyrannical son of a bitch. And this town is under a hard rule. You also know it is poor. It is fun. Everything funds the military here, and this is very likely why a lot of the money was coming from Wellshire to here. And this could be a little bit more trickier if a lot of people are indeed loyal. I will also say, Ian and Bailen, because Charlie doesn't know this, you're pretty sure that underground society that you know that is opposing you is also here. You would think that you also have contacts in the city, but you don't know exactly who they are, and it could take you some time to try to identify one of your members.
Would the other two people with us might know one of our contacts?
They also don't know. They've never been in Breckenvale either.
Do the people in
Magdalene's
Breckenvale...
they're both from the east. Sorry.
Do they know who I am? Like, by sight?
People in Breckenvale?
Yeah. Like, do they know I'm a Cadell?
You would assume the most common people would not know you. Like, the soldiers and the common people probably wouldn't. The elite guard could, a high priest could, and Pacific agents who know that Winston ran from here, he could have told them to start looking for individuals such as yourselves, especially you. You think Ian and Shali might get away with it, but you could fit an easy identifiable for the people who want to look for you. But you don't know exactly how many people that is. You don't,
Right. So, I normally have my hair up in like a really high ponytail. I would take it down and completely change, like rustle up my hair and just make it not look like how I normally look. I don't know, maybe find some grease and put it under my eyes. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I've played this.
That's fine. Everybody else is also free to wherever you want to kind of work with. Like I said, Jean and Magdalene have their own type of skill sets. They're actually two very different type of members. One's more violent than the other. The other one's obviously more sneaky.
I'm pretty much going to hang with Bailen.
Oh, right now we're hanging on doing nothing because I don't know what we're doing yet. Well, I would probably suggest Magdalene could go and talk to some people, see what info she can get, because she has that presence of being able to convince people to not lie to her.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my suggestion. And then Jean being all that sneaky, if he could be farther away from me, at least watching to make sure that there's no guards in the background that we're not paying attention to that could, decide to kill us from afar, because that would kind of be bad.
Yep.
Funny. Would I have a contact here? Like, I did spend a whole year in this town spying on the Dread Order.
Yeah, but this is the thing about Breckenvale is like you couldn't remember much because of your role, but the military. This is a military town, and you think some dark shit has happened, and you seem to have you've been showing some of that lazy part, and you haven't paid attention to a lot of little things. You might have been in the bottle a lot. There are things that you were learning. So that's what I'm saying. You know of some things. I gave you the information of some things you do know. You know there are contacts in here. You think you could find them, but it's going to take you longer just because you know how you guys operate. Okay. So that's the thing. I'm not saying you don't. You both know that there has got to be at least one Society of Oath member in here, but you don't know how to contact them, because that's the whole aspect of it, is your group kind of like works behind the veils of things and tries to move other people along. and only come out when the situation really warrants to reveal themselves. Because once they're revealed, they're done. They can't go back into this situation anymore. So it's kind of like they don't want to, give themselves up too much.
Essentially, they lie in wait, do their job, and if the moment is right or calls for it, or there's no other way, then they burn their cover to handle that situation. But once their cover is burned, they have to leave town and go elsewhere.
Correct.
Got it.
One of the things that Shale is going to do is he's going to maintain close proximity, but he's not going to be over Bailen's shoulder. He does recognize that will kind of impede her process. But I will never be out of eyesight from her. And I won't be terribly far. Like, my goal is to typically be within 15 to 20 feet of her at all times. I'm not necessarily looking like I'm not with her, and I'm not necessarily looking like I'm not. So I don't want anybody to get the impression that I'm trying to hide what I'm doing. But I'm just not on, like in her presence, acting as a bodyguard. I'm just around. And if somebody picks up on the fact that I'm always around, then so be it. But one of the things I want to do is utilize my survival skills to pick out locations for ambushes. And then once I have identified those in any scene or situation where we're going through, I will then use my perception abilities, because I have very good perception, and passive perception is exceptional, to kind of keep an eye on those as other things are happening. That way, if we ever get into a situation where we're going to be ambushed, I will usually have an idea of where those ambushes could come from, and perhaps even get an advantage on initiative in those situations. So, like, if someone's going to jump, I'm ready for them to jump.
Do you have proficiency in insight?
I don't have proficiency in insight, but like I said, I have survival to pick out good spots for ambushes to come from, like where people can hide, that type of thing. And I certainly have my passive perception, so I could notice somebody fumbling for a weapon or whatever. So I'm looking kind of for, okay, in this particular scene, there's a couple spots where something could come from, and then I'll kind of be looking at that and focus on that throughout that scene. If we go to another place, I might have to make another roll to pick out likely places.
I'll explain everything to you as I know what you're doing. I'll explain everything to you as that develops once you get into town. Right now, you're still, like I said, I'm just giving you preliminary to decide how you want to conduct yourself. Do you want to split up? Do you want to go in together? Like I said, there are a number of ways you gotta go about this. It's up to you guys to tell me what you're doing, and then I'm going to reveal Berkinshire to you.
Perfect. That's all. I wanted to kind of set my process while we're here in motion.
So you two are going to be together. So the plan will be, Bailen, you're going to go in. Shale will be close by. Jean will be close by, but more or less farther apart from you, like in somewhere in the shadows going forward. Do you want Ian to go with you as well, or do you want to send him with Magdalene?
So here's my concern is this town is run by a very conniving kind of person. Like, we don't like him. We would not want to buy him any kind of beers at a tavern type of guy. Therefore, they also might know who I am. So I want to be slightly away from you guys, just so that way it doesn't look like I'm here with people and a bunch. So, Ian, I would suggest you go with Magdalene and see what kind of stuff that she gets from. See if you guys can get any kind of information while she's talking to someone. Look around to see if there's anything around that person. If they have, I don't know, something. Not so much shiny, but I mean, if shiny, go ahead. I won't get mad at that. But yeah.
You act like I'm a thief. I'm going to take shiny things.
I just like to slightly encourage extracurricular activities. I like to fund the arts.
I understand that, but I am not very stealthy, nor am I.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying if you wanted to. I mean, It's like I'm some kind of bad impression or something. I don't know. Anyway,
You already
so
know
the-
you're a bad impression.
hey,
But you have to understand, I am loud, I am boisterous, I make explosions and spectacles. Like, I am not one to hide in the
you
shadows.
better watch it. I'm friends with Magdalene. I will sick her on you.
She's smart.
Okay.
Just saying. Anyway,
Don't threaten him with a good time.
Or her.
or so he thinks. Hey, as all I care about, as long as you guys stretch, that's all I care about. I care about your health.
Okay.
Moving
Okay.
on.
So you guys
I
Moving
go
will
on.
into town.
grab. So
Yeah.
that's great. I will grab Magdalene around the arm and go, let's go get a drink.
Well, this will be fun, pet. Let us go.
Oh, fun.
Oh, fun. All right. Let me see.
I have another mission underneath this mission.
All right. Going down the stretch here. This seem a lot of common little things there. Let's see here. This one right here, where my tip is basically at, that is an herbalist shop. There's a pottery shop as well. That one is that one there. And the first tavern is this one right there. You see that?
The big L one.
Yep. The
Seven.
Cask and Toad. Do you and Magdalene want to go in that one, or do you guys or do you want Bailen to go into that one, and then the two of you go and continue to go in town?
Well, apparently I'm the pet, so I'm going to let her decide.
Okay, we're going into that one. So those two will go into there.
Okay.
All right, Bailen. So you'll continue to go down into the to the keep. I mean, well, yeah, most of the keep town.
Yeah.
There are some vicious looking individuals. They wear brown, blacks, dark brown colors. These guys look scruffy. They look like mercenaries of the poorest and rudest dispositions. There are a number of dogs that seem to kind of like do some patrolling as you're getting near the gates, walking through, and they don't seem to question you right off going in, because you kind of like cloaked yourself up a little bit, kind of look like having some business, and having Shali and you don't know where Jean is, but going through, you're able to kind of pass. They don't seem to like care. Like, it seems, even though they're kind of like guard police force, it seems like that is just not the way things are conducted here, is the way you're getting it, which is a little bit more different than some of the towns that you're in from like Greyheim, which they would notice someone weird and kind of get suspicious. Like, they don't, they know you're suspicious, and they don't want to bother you, type of thing. Unless, you know, you have to do something even more extreme for them to get that type of attention. Okay?
What do the women look like in town? Are they like very well dressed? Is it like modestly like?
The town, you're basically getting from the whole group overall. They're very poor. There's a lot of filth. This place is weathered a lot with the mud, so this is pretty close to the river. So they've tracked a lot of the wear and tear of grime going back and forth. It's a pretty disgusting looking town. This looks awfully worse than Wellshire could ever possibly be. So a lot of them are kind of like wrapped up, trying to protect a lot of their like aprons on, trying to protect what good little poor gowns they have and stuff. But the people are also in not very well clothing. Like, you can tell that it's low grade cotton. They pretty much have probably wore this all week long. Maybe they only own another one or two pairs at best. And all of them are working, so they get brutalized under this mud and conditions. It doesn't seem great. There are women that are warriors here. You can see they also serve amongst the guard and stuff. There's no dispositional difference to that. And there are a lot of like smugglers, pirate sailors and pirates type of individuals. Definitely people that must be part of some like underground thieves guild, stuff like that, or petty thieves, you know, in that aspect there. So you see all sorts of that. They seemed better protected, but not so much more anywhere flamboyant in their attire and clothing at all.
Are there any kind of like tapestries or type of things of cloth that I could sneakily grab and
Yeah.
take?
Yeah, you could definitely get a pretty poor looking cloak, making you go down to that level pretty easy. Just give me one
I
sleight
want-
of hand check.
Okay. Because I want to do like that quick change kind of thing. Grab something and put it like on me. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Go back. I didn't want history. Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
18.
Easy enough. No one even noticed at all.
Okay.
Very smooth. And Shelley, obviously you see her just. The next thing you know, she's in a cloak.
I will follow suit.
You also.
I want to kind of blend in. That's.
Yep.
I don't mind being suspicious, but the better I can blend in, the less
Yep.
I'll be looked at as in I might have a knife under my skirt.
Got you.
I'm not wearing a skirt.
And that's going to be sleight of hand, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I did not do that quite as well.
Okay. As you pretty much grabbed, some old lady goes, "Hey, you gotta pay for that."
I hand her a copper.
It's 3.
I hand her 2 more copper.
Okay. You avoid the wrath of the police, but Bailen, you did hear him fumble that situation pretty badly.
I looking around, I would also just like to check. Does it look like the animals here are well cared for? Are they poorly cared for?
The horses do not, but the dogs do.
The dogs are poorly cared for, or
No,
the dogs are well
look
cared?
like they look like they're very well taken care of. Like you can tell the guard prides pride on those dogs.
Okay, so the horses are shabbily handled, but the dogs are well handled.
Yeah.
Okay, important to note.
Okay.
Are they? Wait, one more question.
Yeah.
Are they well trained, or do they just seem like they'll like pull at anything?
No, they seem to be well trained. Like they're not barking; they're sitting there. They seem
Okay.
to sniff every once in a while, but they seem to be like those guys. Like they're relaxing, holding the leashes. Like they know that
Okay.
like, they've been doing it for a while. Like these look like even experienced guard dogs to you.
Okay.
Which,
Damn. Anyway,
Yeah, which would mean they would be easily enough to track you if they need to be.
right.
Do you try to skirt past these little buildings, or do you guys want to kind of go around with that big this is like go in that direction there?
I would say skirt around. I don't want to go too far from,
Okay.
Magdalene, just in case they come up with something, and I don't want to accidentally trip something off.
Sure.
I want to see whatever I can get within the distance I am.
As you go down, this is the one thing that you'll notice. A lot of the other places are pretty, like, again, weathered from the mud and stuff like that. This is the only one that looks like be well kept. It is a 3-story building, and you're kind of unnerved because it is the same exact appearance as the estate back in Wellshire.
Well, ain't that a bitch?
So you're assuming this must be the former noble house. You wish to go past it, or and like I said, hook around.
Is M. Shally within distance to the?
Well, he kind of wanted to be 15 feet away from you. So with the people, there are a lot of people in this town, and they're kind of
Well, I
hustling,
didn't know.
bustling.
That's why I asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to unless you stop and then kind of intend him to like come on over. But that would
Okay.
definitely look for anyone watching you as prying eyes.
Okay. I'll probably then just clock it, but walk around.
Okay.
Like, not make it look like I'm blatantly staring.
Yep. When you go past it also, I will also notice another thing here. This little nook building right there looks to be a prison. A lot more dogs are there. So, you got from that point there.
And that's like next door to it?
Next door, right next door to that estate, yep.
Okay.
Ben, as we're walking through town, can you point out shops that would sell various meats? They don't have to necessarily be high quality. I don't care if they're rings of sausages or offal or chicken or whatever. I just want to know where meat can be purchased. There's a lot of dogs in this town, and we're going to need to throw things off the scent. So I want to know where I'm going to be able to grab that from in the event of a high-speed chase.
Okay. As you turn around and get down to this area here, are either one of you proficient in religion?
Proficient?
Yes, you have to be proficient.
Negative.
Okay, Bailen?
I'm not only not proficient, I'm also not good at it.
That's usually what happens when you're not proficient, but
Hold on. I don't think so.
I don't
Sorry,
think so
Ash.
either, but
I should have paid
Yeah.
attention more.
okay.
I think that was the day I skipped class.
You get a very unnerving feeling about this corner building down here. You're not sure why, but it creeps you the hell out. But it might be you don't pay that much attention to you because in the center is a huge tower. And you will know this because there are a number of banners around it with different color roses. This is called a Circle of Tower of Roses, which you will know are where the mages are all put. So they will be controlled. And their allegiances are usually done by the colors.
Okay.
Center of town. Magic must be important here.
Yeah. And also all around this, there are stalls. This is where your meat shops and all that stuff is. All the smallware stuff is in. So that area looks blank. It is not. It is just covered with like market. This is like a big market square, like a big huge flea market type of thing. So anything and everything is kind of there in small little compact things, but there are hundreds of these stalls all around in this area in very different kind of things. It's not easy to navigate, so anything that should be running across like that would be in that process, but all underneath the tower.
Be right back.
Yep.
I will the first stall that I see that sells some kind of meat, I will buy like basically meat on a stick or something like that. Possibly something somewhat uncooked but still somewhat fragrant. I'll basically ask for something that's only partially cooked, like just enough so it has started to fragrance, but not so it's fully cooked. And I'm basically not going to eat it, but I will act as though I'm about to eat it. And my goal is whenever I'm passing any of these dogs to gauge their interaction. So I don't know if that's probably an animal handling or a nature check, but I basically want to see, and I'll test different things at different times. So I may be buying a few things at different stalls. It'll help me look a little more nonchalant as I'm going around because I'm actually buying things. But I'm basically doing this to see what the dogs seem to react best to. So I don't know how you want to determine how many I go through or finding the one.
Well, right now we'll have you spend, let's say, 7 silver.
Okay.
And I'll give you a various pack of jerky meats, whatever like that, to see what you have. The dogs aren't really there. There aren't many dogs in the market square, and there's actually none. That was pretty much near the gate. Or they seem to be like in the some other areas around. Like they don't seem to give a shit like what goes on in there. Oddly enough. All right, Ian. You and your now girlfriend are in the tavern, the Cask and Toad.
Mm-hmm.
And she will kind of tally you up to the bar. And start kind of making a little small chat, get a drink. They get a mug of ale. Seems like vegetable stew seems to be the most predominant. Some of the other stuff that I'm looking at don't look great. But it'll cost you each 5 copper to do that.
Okay.
What would you like to do as Magdalene? Kind of like, she's kind of small talking. She's definitely losing her persona to look important, and really she stands out like she does as a fire to a candle, like a moth, I guess. She's bright red hair, very well dressed. You look pretty good yourself compared to everybody here. So a lot of people are kind of like looking at you from tables.
Yeah, I'll probably just follow suit, sit down next to her, and just kind of let her talk.
Okay. She goes,
Who's
this
around
seems kind of
us?
ho-hum around here. What's your name? And he goes, name's Sage. Oh, okay, Sage. Well, my lover here, he's a bard. He plays very well. You don't mind if we liven the place up a little bit, do you? He goes, well, I ain't paying. No, no, no. He loves the attention. Let me tell you, does he love the attention? He goes, I guess. So she ushers you over to the hearth to charm them all.
Okay. I'll go over and just be like, oh, thank you. I've been dying for some attention. It's so boring. I'll go over and just start playing.
All right, give me a performance check, please. Oh, did you roll?
19.
19. You find out that the group, the people in the tavern are very much now captivated and listening, and like, you know, you think a couple of people crying because they haven't heard anything as beautiful as what you're playing right now. But you have the room and installed. All right. Meanwhile, we're gonna go back to Wellshire. Oh no, take my barn. All right. No Ash now. Move Ash off the screen. All right, Lady Kerowyn and Thulsa, you are going to go see this Fae girl.
So, Thulsa, you met her. How should I play the persuasive role? Should I play the I'm the lady of the area role? Or what's your take?
Well, she's beholden to a queen, so she probably respects nobility to a degree. Whether she recognizes your nobility or not, I don't know. So you may be able to speak to her on a equal footing level, in the sense that if you pull out your courtly title. But I did get the impression that she's very committed to moving forward on her plan. She's got orders, and I think she's like a knight, and she's going to follow those orders as told, and is expected to have the outcome.
So let me expand on my question just a teeny bit more, Thulsa. She's wearing her arms and armor. Should I go in dressed like this? Or do I have to wear a dress?
She's a warrior. I expect she'll see eye to eye in that regards.
Delightful. All right. Let's go.
All right, you make your tramp out there with your entourage of 3 other guys, along with Thulsa, Captain Thulsa. You find her. She's resting easily against a tree, spear. This is the first time you've seen this woman, this young girl.
Lady Greystoke, I presume.
Yes, that's me.
I'll step forward really quick in front of her, in front of Kerowyn. Lady Greystoke, if you would please allow me to introduce to you the Lady Kerowyn Cadell. She is the daughter of the noble that runs this town and is beholden to the city of Greyheim for our protection and our fealty. And then I'll step back.
And Kerowyn will give just that brief nod of equal type. Not too low, not too quick, not too high, kind of a thing.
All right, she salutes you back. She goes, "Where's the priest? Where's Ash?"
It has come to my attention that you are looking for Ash, my compatriot, and he told me a bit of why you were seeking him out, and I wanted to verify those details because I may have more information for you.
How so?
Well, he inferred that you were looking for a personage of a specific birth or circumstance of birth, and I may know of more than just Ash of that circumstance.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, tit for tat, I wanted to make sure that our details aligned. I didn't want to give you false information.
Right, but Ash seems to believe that he is the one, and his upbringing sounds very much like what I'm looking for.
Until we started discussing, you are absolutely correct. And then we found that one Winston Junior may have similar circumstance, and he's not in town. He is no friend of ours. But I just wanted to make sure that you found the person you are actually looking for.
Why would this Winston Jr. be in my interest?
Thanks for making me go back to my notes.
You
Ben.
wrote them.
I know.
You didn't think this was not going to come up? Come on now.
Make sure I look where I was supposed to look. Shoot. Well, I don't have... I don't think I have those notes.
Well, I apologize, but Winston Junior's father was a tad bit on the suspect side in many ways, and we've always kind of wondered exactly who Junior's parentage really was. Hate to say the B word or anything, but so his birth circumstances might be a bit mysterious as well.
Well, you're saying he is not aligned with the town. He is sinister in nature.
He and his father had been aligned. Well, he and his father had subjugated the town under the nose of those who were in charge until they were found out and ousted.
I'm looking for noble blood. This does not sound like someone who interests me. I want Ash.
Also, noble blood?
Yes. That is why I'm here, to save your town. Keeping him is only going to harm your town, lady.
What do you mean save my town?
I came here to save him. Take him to save you. That's what my queen told me.
Well, what you said your queen told you was she sent you here to find a person of mysterious birth to take them away and save the town.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ash did mention that he may have mysterious birth, but he doesn't make any claim of nobility. Perhaps there's somebody else here of mysterious and yet noble birth that we haven't discovered yet.
I believe in fate. My blood has always made it so. He was the first to come. He was the first to reveal. He is the one.
I agree with Dulce on this, though. I don't know that there's any noble blood involved with, Ash.
Do you know how he was born?
Well, I've known his mother, and she is not of noble blood.
But of his father?
I know nothing of his father.
Do you know how she came here?
So, Lady Kerowyn, you remember what you told Ash before he left the town?
Yes, I do. And I don't know much more than what I have spoken, so... Lady Greystoke, at this point, I believe that I would have to reconvene and get more information for you, because I don't know that Ash is the one you're looking for, but I don't know who is if you're not going to look into the Winston Junior angle.
No, he is important, and if he stays here, and I do not take him, the Queen says your town is in danger.
Do you know from what?
From who
Or
he
from
is.
how?
From the land itself. I am not from this, but she did tell me where I came into. This land is dark. It seeks the blood of the noble that I am looking for. If his blood is of that, then your town is in the most danger than you could possibly imagine. And once it is known, that is when it will start to go.
So, since we are, really unsure of this, could you perhaps go back to your queen and get a little bit more information about the noble that you're seeking of mysterious birth? Or perhaps if we cut Ash's palm with a knife and gave you the knife with his blood on it, perhaps she could have it tested by some arcane or divine knowledge to see if there's the person that you're looking for.
I will not question my queen like that. And it is not wise to do so. She sent me on a charge, and I'm going to get it.
See, we're trying to help you help us at this point. We're looking for more details so that we can help you find the correct person. I honestly,
I
the
found
noble.
the right person. You seem to think otherwise, because I take it he's important to you.
Well, he's my best friend, and honestly,
then you may come with me.
A vow of protection against, or for this town, to protect it against folks, and his divine calling has him staying here. So taking him away from here would violate his divine calling, and that's something I kind of don't want to do, because that would upset him.
Well, I can take you with me as well.
That still takes him away and breaks his divine calling, so that really doesn't fix any of our circumstances or issues here.
I'm sure his divine calling would want him to protect the people if he were away.
Well, I can't speak to that.
I'm going to use detect thoughts.
Ooh. Okay. What is your DC?
12.
Okay.
Wisdom 12.
Okay. She seems intent. You can tell she's determined. And you can tell that she is disciplined beyond what you would think a young teenage girl should be trained. You have trained as a soldier. This little girl seems to be, again, her martial prowess impresses you at this point.
So that's just the top level.
Yeah, she's not giving you more.
All right.
You're young right now. You may come with me. I mean, the lady is part of the town. So, remain. She can, but you can come. But he's coming.
Any chance your queen would come here to visit? Like an official political visitation from one noble family to another.
Do you really want my queen to come to your town?
Well, you asked that in such a way that it may not be the best thing to answer yes, but I'm thinking
That's correct.
if it keeps my friend from breaking his divine promise to protect the town and stay here, and it could work out for us in that regards, I suppose. But
If I were to tell your friend that the best way to protect the town is not to be here, how would you think he felt then?
well, honestly, I kind of think that you were just kind of saying that to, you know, make him break his vow. But as
I don't lie. I'm a Greystone.
I don't think you're lying. I'm just thinking that that type of wording would, you know, be a thing to try to convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do.
I don't expect many people want to go back to seeing the queen. If I didn't serve her as her knight, I would. But there's loyalty there to what we have to do, and he needs to go. She says she wants him.
Also, why don't we reconvene back in town? And Lady Greystoke, we shall send you word. If not, what you were looking for.
I will give you one morning to spend time with your friend. I mean, till tomorrow morning, and then I'm coming to get him.
She gives the half nod and turns on her heel.
Okay. You guys will head back. All right. Meanwhile,
Pleasure to see you again. Hope to see you shortly.
okay. All right, Bailen, you've turned the corner. One of the things you will notice that tower, there are 3 brown roses, 2 red roses, and 1 blue rose hanging from the tower.
Can you repeat that again, Ben?
3 brown roses. So these like tapestries hanging out. There's 3 of them that have a brown rose on it. 2 tapestries with a red rose on it, and a tapestry with a blue rose on it. So there are 6 in total.
Would I know what this means?
Everyone kind of knows that mages are a certain color. You're not really sure exactly what that. You know that they're part of allegiances. In the world of Alanis, this whole part of where you guys are at, the mages are under a lot of suspicion and fear because the Dreadlord of the realm, Silk, who is also your / goddess, is a wizard type sorcerer or sorceress. So they believe people who do magic will turn into or could turn into her. It is just a superstition, prejudice, all sorts of those things like that. But people still need magic to do things. They want magic to defeat other armies and stuff like that. So they put them in these orders, and apparently whatever allegiance they are in, they're of a color. So your observation would be the brown are more in control here, and there's a presence of red and blue, but you'd also have heard of other colors of roses. The worst one that you will know is black. And I believe green would probably be your most friendliest.
And assuming that these do not equate to alignments, but assuming they do equate to kind of a general outlook or feel, would Mshali have any idea of kind of
doesn't know anything.
Where the
Mshali does nothing
Okay.
about the circles.
Okay, fair enough.
Being of the people of the wilds, and Wellshire does have anyone of that sort. So
Is there like bushes and trees and like wooded stuff within where we are, or is this
No.
like an encased? This is we're in like an encased town.
Yes,
Yep.
and
Okay.
that whole empty space though is a market square.
Uh-huh.
There are like hundreds of
Okay.
market stalls, wagon things, whatever, people shopping, small little peddling things. So if you can think of it, it's most likely in that area. Mshale has been buying some meat stuff, whatever like that, but they all seem to circle in. You don't see much of the guard there, like the that city guard that you saw at the front gates. They're actually less in the middle. You like they're like seem to be more around the buildings. They don't seem to give a crap ass about the people in the stalls. And again, the people in these stalls are really, really poor looking in terms of wealth.
Are there any of the not shops or things to buy of like herbs or plants or foliage of some kind?
You did go by an herb shop way out in the town. You don't see much else here.
Okay.
Let me see if I can see if you recognize anything special out of these other buildings. So there is a much more bigger store. That is this building up here.
Good.
To the right, over here, you will see. All right, this building right there looks like a courthouse. Like that's where some of the guards are, and it has the symbol of Tyr on that, which you'd recognize, and you know he's of the god of law. And next to that building right there is a Temple of Cross. And because of Ash, you also know of that god. And right there, that small building is a fish house. And that one right there is a cobbler shop.
Okay.
Over here, next to that creepy place that you weren't too sure of, that building right there is the Temple of Nyx.
The Temple of Nyx is the creepy one?
No, right next to it. So that's the creepy one. That's the Temple of Nyx. And that is a leather shop right there. You can't tell what the other outlining places are until you get closer to them. But that's what you can pretty much see from there. So what would you like to do?
Well, not what I was gonna do. So are Ian and Magdalene still in the
You assume
tavern
so.
pub place?
You assume so.
Huh?
This is
Oh.
just you just walking. You haven't
Right.
stopped. So you're kind of taking
Okay.
more of the town while you left them at that tavern to see what they can work.
So I'm gonna start walking back, but like, so it looks like I came up one way. Is it like I can walk back the other way and like see what's on the other side of the town thing?
You mean go up here?
Yeah. So like I came down where the
Yeah.
cobbler, the leather, and all that jazz is, but can I like now going backwards? But
Yeah, you
the
could
other side I haven't
you
looked
could
at?
go up there and go back here if you wanted to, or you can go up and just kind of follow things around and make a
Yeah, I
make
want to follow things around, but make my way back towards
Okay, so start
where they
left,
might be.
like go like this,
Yeah.
go like that, there, come up here, and then kind of go back out.
Yeah. Make it look like I'm window shopping.
Okay, cool.
Just seeing what's along the way.
As you make a move with this little shop over here, as you're making your way across there. So that guy right there is a bakery shop called The Crumbs.
Okay.
And this huge temple, this thing right here is a huge temple to Ares. And it looks like there's a lot of people praying in there and stuff. Like it's pretty busy. Okay. Ian, you have done a performance. So Magdalene is kind of like drinking with the innkeeper. A couple of people kind of go up. They give you, which is pretty harsh, but they give about 12 silver pieces for your playing.
I don't take it. I don't take it. I don't. I'm like, no, your praise is more than enough. I don't need your money.
Oh no! You earned it. You're such a great bard. I've never heard anyone of your skills before.
Believe me, your praise is all I need.
Where are you from?
Shadeshire.
Oh. Okay. Does any of you want to work with the crowd? They all seem to be enamored with you.
Well, if you can help me, I'm actually looking for some of my friends.
Oh. Okay.
We last found them in Wellshire, and we heard they were headed this way. There was some riders. Man, I don't have their names on me right now.
The guy goes, Wellshire riders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
They didn't stop here, but I saw when I was out there. I was taking a pee next to the outhouse. A couple of them went by. Well, a group of them, about 4 of them.
Did they head into town?
Yeah. I don't know where.
Okay. Well, that's great. At least I know they're around here. I've been looking for them. We got to catch up. It's been a while. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Will you play here again tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Great.
I'm gonna go talk to Magda.
Magdalene comes back as you guys go. I think we've done our work here. Let's head out.
Yes, it sounds lovely. Let's go.
You did a great job. You're such a great bard.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm so lucky to have you. And she plants a big kiss on you.
Oh, I give her one right back.
Cool. All right, and then she goes, as you're walking out, she goes, so Sidge didn't see Winston, but he said he can confirm that there are those riders went by. He thinks.
Yep.
He thinks though they went to the city guard.
Okay, so they like joined the city guard.
At least made contact. Whatever's going on had something to do with them.
Okay.
Okay. Where would you like
That'll
to go?
Be fun. I guess we're gonna head in town and try to find Lady Bailen.
Okay. Do you want to go hook around, or do you want to go straight across?
I don't know. Like, where does everybody else go? Because I'm just gonna stay probably with the crowd or let her.
Most
lead.
people definitely go down. This in the trend seem to be walked down in front of this big estate, and you're pretty shocked too. It looks like the Wellshire estate.
Okay, then yeah, I'll probably just follow the crowd into the heart of the town. Like, I'm not gonna divert.
Okay, cool.
Probably stand out like a sore thumb, but well.
Yeah, you guys are looking pretty. The city guard actually eye you as you go through.
I just ignore them and keep walking.
Okay, so you and Magdalene are walking arm in arm into the town. Yep. Lady Kerowyn, you're back with Ash and Tulsa. You are.
So, how'd it go?
Well, she's pretty convinced it's you.
I don't know why.
And she is convinced that if she doesn't take you to see the queen, then the town itself is in danger.
The town's already in danger.
That was my thought, but I wasn't going to go that far.
Well, she used the word fate, since you were the first person that she met that said, hey, I'm special and I have a mysterious birth circumstance. You must be the mysterious birth circumstance she's looking for.
And I may have decided to see if I could see how far her thought process on that went, and she is rather determined about that.
She confirmed she's a knight.
Okay. Then she operates in a code of honor.
She also operates on orders.
She's lost that. Yeah. I don't know how
she
we
was
can
given
get
the go find somebody with a mysterious birth circumstance and bring him back to our queen, and you were the first one she found.
So how does she plan to take me if I say no?
Well, we'll find that out tomorrow morning.
She seems to think that if you're serious about protecting the town, you'll actually want to leave because your being here puts it in more danger.
I can't put it in any more danger than it's in.
Well, she seems to think the land's going to come for you.
It sounds like the land sort of already is coming for us with all these things coming.
Well, we ain't seen no earthquakes yet, or fissures in the ground, or
Just don't. Hey, stop.
just saying. When I think of land
Yeah, you
coming
are.
for me,
No, but the realm is producing all these creatures, so. I don't know. I have no
There is an
intention to
upside.
leave here.
there is an upside.
I'm not interested in being forced to go anywhere either.
If you are, in fact, the one she's looking for, you're apparently a noble.
Not a noble. How can I be a noble? My mom was a waitress.
Just
She's
saying.
a
married
noble
to-
waitress.
If
Blacksmith.
you are, in fact, the one she's looking for a noble of mysterious birth.
That's some best friend shit right there, Matt. I'm gonna give you the good news.
Not a noble. That's for sure.
That's what all nobles say, by the way.
You're not there.
Then you probably had nothing. to
I'm
worry
saying that above board.
about.
Like,
You
oh.
say a few things. You're not a noble. She sends you back. You're not the one. But
Yeah, send you back from where, though?
well, I'm
She
just
doesn't
saying.
know this realm. She doesn't even know the god. She doesn't know Ra. She's wearing Ra's symbols on her chest and doesn't know who Ra is.
Well, she's a teenager.
Ben, who did she say? Apollo. She said her god was Apollo.
Look at Ben.
I know, yeah. No, you assume she had fiery, like, symbolism on her armor and stuff, but she didn't say she worshipped Apollo. She just knew of Apollo. When you said, "Oh, our sun god is Ra," she goes, "No, our sun god is Apollo." So she called him a god, but she didn't say she worships.
So the conversation would still be similar in that, like, she doesn't even call Ra Ra. She calls Ra Apollo.
Yes.
I've never heard of anybody refer to
Never.
the sun god Ra as Apollo.
The only other god that you know in your history would be Lathander.
Right, that would be the old name for him.
An old
And-
form. Apollo's
And
not,
some of the northern barbarian tribes would call him something different, probably.
not often. And I will say, with your perception and straight detail, she wasn't wearing any. She had no religious memorabilia on her
Oh, I thought you said she looked like a warrior of
of the sun. But you're now assuming is what Kerowyn kind of added that, and Yujiro, that she is from a court called the Summer, and that's where you didn't understand. Like, you know of the Fae, but you don't know what the courts mean. Whoever's scraping might want to mute. So that's what you know. So she's not religious, but she is of an order, as Thulsa is saying.
and she's a knight.
Yeah. What's getting you is the fact that you're noticing a lot of demeanor that is not characteristic of a young teenage human girl.
Well, I don't know what to do. Other than not go. Is that an option? Just not go?
Well, she did say that if you did not present yourself by tomorrow morning, that she would come and get you.
Okay.
So, Ash, I will support you whatever you decide, but I cannot make this decision for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I've made a decision. I mean, you don't threaten to take me and expect me to willingly go with you. I'm not going to be someone's hostage or prisoner or prize. If she wants me, she can find me on holy ground.
Well, technically, you wouldn't be a hostage or a prize. You'd be rescued. That's what she feels she's doing.
If you remove someone from their homes unwillingly, that would be a hostage or prisoner, prize, bounty, etc.
She's doing it for your protection, according to her.
And she
And I've
believes
never
it.
done, and I've never ever restrained anyone for their protection. And my God demands that I protect people.
I get it. I'm just
I'm the
saying.
zealot.
Okay, so the plan is to wait for her?
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. If you guys want to message each other, decide how many people you want to use to defend the town.
Good choice, right? Then you'd be leaving the city too, and that would be leaving the city no matter what. So.
Or hide him, I guess. You can figure that out. Bailen, so you've now walked across. So this big square building right here is a weapon and armor smith.
Ooh.
And there are a lot of people in there buying shit and working. And right there at the corner is another tavern. The Lewd King. Would you like to go inside?
Not right now.
Okay. So you walk across. Right up here. Let's see if I'm right.
Thought crossed my mind, but not right now.
Okay. Give me a perception check for here.
Okay. um, 9.
Okay. Actually, also give me a history check then.
17.
You sort of remember that that building has a lot of wealth in it.
Which
there
one?
are at least right here in the corner.
Okay.
There are a dozen guards outside of that.
Did you say what kind of building it was, or just a building?
You just know it's important. It's just a big
Okay.
building, and there are like 12 of these guards out there in very heavy armor. As you walk across, right next to it, right there, is what you can see is a large building, and it looks like more guards are going in and out. That seems to be where the city guard is. And right
Do we notice it? Do we notice any of the riders that we were looking for in any of these areas that we've seen so far?
As you go by, no, nothing seems to be. Again, a lot of the market is pressed up against a lot of the stuff there. And then
How about their horse?
You don't
How
see
about
it.
their horses?
You don't
Okay.
see it. And you're looking pretty well around. I will also say, Shalia, when you mentioned as you were going through a lot of stuff, looking for the ankles and things, this place is so crowded, and you're not a very good people person. You're paranoid as fuck right now. So you're pretty uneasy. You're looking around. There seems to be danger everywhere. You've been pretty much sweating it for a bit. But there's just so many grimy, low-class people that the only thing you can really pick out are guards that you feel would be probably more threatening. But the other people would be like, if they stab you, they kind of would probably get up on you. It's just so hard to tell. They're so crowded.
Okay.
It's so packed. It's people going about wheres and wheres. It's so noisy. The ground is muddy. Like, this is the worst filth you could have possibly have put yourself into. This is nothing like what you want to be out in the leaves of the trees and the bushes and the grass. This is the complete 100% polar opposite. And it smells bad.
Oh, it's yeah.
All right. Uh,
So as I've gone around, have I noticed, so like that one building that resembles Wellshire, the noble place,
mhm.
have I been able to see if there's anything else that remotely to me looks like Wellshire, like a symbol of something, or okay.
Just seems to be that town, that one building. I mean, there could be some other buildings that are kind of close from other parts, but it doesn't seem like anybody else is of that type of foundation. Yeah, are you proficient in history?
I don't know. I can find out.
That'd be cool.
I am not.
Okay.
Anything academic? No.
I know that's what we're playing up. So you're not your cousin. It seems kind of weird. It is definitely coincidental. Like not coincidental. It's kind of eerie, but you just don't know why. You think you might have known why, if you had not probably skipped the class or something, maybe. But that's all you know. And there's no one there to kind of banter with, because you've kind of kind of walked on your own, and going from there. So Breckenvale is not really a town that you really remember fondly or enjoy being here. It is not like the other towns because it's walled. Wellshire is not walled.
Right.
Greyheim is not walled. You can see why these walls make filth, and you're not happy with that.
Am I able to walk by that building again without it being too noticeable? The one that looks like the Wellshire one?
If you want to kind of go back down and circle around, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to walk by there and see how much it resembles the other one. Are there like a back door that I would remember that they replicated, or just how much of it would look like what I would know?
Give me perception with advantage.
Go down there. Perception. Oh. 15.
Yeah, this is eerily identical. Like you would think that they probably they used the same architect. So you could get in there if you wanted to.
I'm not going to do that right now because it's too bright out for people to see that. So I'm just going to kind of just make my way walking around.
So go
again.
back up.
Yeah.
The gates. Okay. All right, Ian. You
Yes.
and Magdalene go to the Lewd King.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna skip everything else and head right there.
Well, no, you're kind of walking around and stuff. Do you have? I did want to ask. Do you have proficiency in religion?
No. No, not at all.
Okay, so you don't recognize anything like that. All right. So yeah, you just kind of see a bunch of these places that I've kind of before. So very eerie place, Temple of Nyx, the leather shop. You see Crumbs, the bakery there. Like I said, that one area there is the Lewd King, and Magdalene thinks you should go in there.
Okay.
So you're going in there.
All right.
Better you than me.
This place is great.
You're just scared.
If you thought the market and stuff was bad, the Lewd King is worse. They're like rats going across the floor and stuff. It is pretty dingy. Pretty bad.
Okay. Do I recognize anybody in the room?
Give me a perception check.
9.
You don't.
Okay.
Magdalene goes, I'm going to sit by the fire. You do your magic. I'm going to...
Okay.
So you
I'm gonna
to
go up to the barkeep.
It is
tell him that I'm here to play.
It is a short halfling. He goes, what is your name, boy?
Me, I'm Ryan.
Ryan. Give me a deception.
Ryan. $16.
Okay. Where you from, Ryan?
Shadeshire.
You got some fine-ass boots from Shadeshire.
I travel.
Why do you want to play in my joint?
I try to hit every tavern in every town I go to. And I don't remember being here. So I'd like to play.
What are you gonna play?
Well, I have some different songs. I've got... What do we have here? I've got My Shortest Love. I've got The Heroes of Wellshire. I've got...
The Heroes of Wellshire.
Yeah.
What kind of song is that, boy?
It's about this brave group of people from Wellshire who went out and saved a royal.
Who'd they say?
A royal?
A royal?
What's his name? Sir Thomas? Tommy? Something like that.
Thomas. A royal Thomas?
Yeah.
What kind of boy? What kind of royal is he? He a prince?
Yes.
Prince
the
Thomas, huh?
Prince Thomas.
Well, shit. This is a happy tale?
Yeah. Yeah, it ends in a happy way.
Well, I guess you're gonna play happy tale. Go right on, boy. Go what you play and tell me about Prince Thomas. And the people rescue him.
Okay.
Give me a performance.
Hope it's good.
Yeah.
Fuck!
It's the Thomas, man. I'm telling you, it has this weird karma effect. You roll a natural one.
No.
That's
I
bad.
rolled a 2 for a 7.
All right. Give me an insight check.
Jesus Christ. 10.
You're just playing with your heart. You're just letting it. This song means so much to you, and it's just hilarious how badly you keep playing it. As you finish, you go back to the barkeep. He goes, "Boy, that didn't sound happy. That song didn't sound happy. It sounded like Prince Thomas was running from you fools, from these heroes. That hurt. That hurt a little bit."
I'm sorry. I did so much better at the one outside of town. Maybe I just used up all my magic there.
Oh, magic, yeah. Yeah, boy. Well, I can see why you move around town to town, playing in different joints. Just saying. Here, have a little beer on me, because you may need it. I definitely know that you don't sing for your supper, boy. So you, Ryan, you just chill yourself, and I'll get you some stew, and you nurse that throat of yours, because something gone and died in the boy. But it's
Thank
okay.
you.
It's okay.
I
don't know how you
shed
did
a
that.
tear.
Your parents are made from money, because the girl that you got on your arm there coming in, that's something else. But you are the worst thing I have ever heard, son.
My ego is shattered.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start sipping
drink
this
up, boy.
beer.
Like you definitely feel he feels bad for you, like really bad. All right, Bailen and Shali. Well, Bailen, you get to the cask and the toad.
Cask and the toad.
That's outside of town.
Did I get a good look of what was outside of there before we walked in?
This is a little bit more open. There's less people cluttering around. The place outside doesn't smell as badly, but it still smells bad.
Okay. Are there any of the guard dogs out here too?
No, like there's none out here.
Okay.
So
I lost my train of thought.
you go inside.
Yeah.
You go inside. Give me a perception check.
Oh shit.
And Shala, you may also do a perception check. Because you'll be following
All
suit.
right.
I got a 10.
Cool.
And damn, I am rolling like junk. That didn't go well for me.
All right. You guys are in there a bit, making rounds, kind of move around. There's a little fireplace off to the side, but it's pretty dark in here. So you're kind of like trying to not look conspicuous like you're looking for somebody. So it's taking you some time to look around. And it takes you a good 30 minutes in the small little hut to be inconspicuous as possible to realize that you thought about it for a minute going, how the fuck could we miss Ian and Magdalene the way they are? They're not in this building.
Don't. Well,
I think we should go.
I just kind of give the you think.
Yes,
And
I
then
do.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I follow. I follow.
okay, you're both outside the Cask and the Toad after wandering around a bit. You have no idea where they went. Now you're assuming they were going to operate on their own until they maybe decide to find you.
Right.
Did we make a plan to meet back at a certain time?
Oh, no. No.
Did we make a plan for a specific signal so we would know to look for each other at a certain time?
No.
This was not our best planned adventure, Bailen.
No.
We should make a note to do better at this next time.
Yeah.
But there was one sausage vendor that had fairly decent food. Have you eaten yet?
I am too scared to right now.
Oh, it should be fine. I ate it.
Huh. Okay.
Well, I fed it to the dogs. They didn't turn their nose at it, and then so I ate it at that point, and I feel fine.
So let's start walking towards there
Okay,
then.
Okay.
we'll start walking. Anything that I buy or purchase, I will actually put 2 extra copper with those purchases, because these people are living in squalor, and I have some sense of feeling for the people who are living in these conditions. It's not going to change their life. It's not going to make a difference, but if it helps in any way, I just think it's important to do something about that.
Okay.
After we do the sausage thing, I want to make a stop at the bakery.
Crumbs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're making your way there. But we'll go back to Ian at first. So you're there. You're pretty much into your ale now. A couple times. Magdalene is just kind of like just chilling. The bar's name is Harris, Heras. He finally goes, "Boy, what are you doing in this town? Really?"
Well, I was hoping to make it as a big time singer. I'm going from town to town. I'm looking for my lost friends. I just don't know anymore.
Looking for your lost friends in
Breckenshire.
Yeah,
we tracked them to Wellshire, and then they rode off. We heard they came this way, so now we're here.
You a famous bar in Wellshire?
I think you can guess the answer to that.
I see that you're young. You're growing into it all.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm traveling. I'm I'm trying to see different places, try different venues.
Your father Telor, a much more famous bard?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Your father Telor, is he a more famous bard than you?
How do you know my father's Telor?
Oh, so your name ain't Ryan.
What?
It's alright, boy. I'm very good at my job.
What is your job?
Finding little wayward boys that find themselves in the wrong town.
Ah. Okay. So, what's your name? Harris?
Yes.
And what do you do here besides run this fine establishment?
Well, I hope you are a better bard at what you're at than you are at singing part of the bard.
I try.
Yeah. So I take it you're looking for Wellshire riders. It's your friends.
I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah.
Yeah,
He seems to be able to read me like a fucking book.
He does. They're with the city guard. They went in there about a couple nights ago. They haven't left. They're still in town.
Okay. Can I ask your affiliation to the city?
Oh, I don't have no affiliation to the city. And I think you know that.
Okay. I'm gonna rub my hands together, and on the back of my hand, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to flash the symbol real quick, and just see if he acknowledges it.
He kind of like picks up the glass, cleaning one of the things up there, and kind of gives you a little like wink and nod. But you can tell that if anyone was else in the room, he'd probably covered it.
Got it. Okay. Then I'm gonna look at him, and I'm like, well, besides them, I'm actually looking for a really close friend. What was his name again? Junior?
Oh, Junior?
Pal Junior? Yeah. I don't know if you've seen him around too.
Of course. He came about a week ago. He never established this establishment, but, you know, people that I talk to do tell me things here.
Okay, well, do you know where he is?
I do know where he is.
Is it impossible to get to?
For you? Yes, it is.
I figured that.
Well, that one boy got himself in the heart of protection of Berkinshire. If you know what a heart of a situation is.
I have a few good ideas, yeah.
Fuck. But you
Okay.
give yourself some time. That boy gotta, he gotta be somewhere else at some point. He ain't gonna be able to stay there.
Right. Well, thank you for the stew and the beer.
Oh yeah, boy, you should dress to your singing capacity. It's gonna help you.
I'll do that.
Good day.
I'm gonna throw a gold onto the counter and go grab Magda and walk out.
All right.
And then I'm gonna cut down an alleyway and cast message to Bailen to see if she's within 120 feet of me.
Well, God, by luck of Loki, she is.
All right. Literally the message is just gonna say, what the hell's the name of this tavern? Was it something nude? I forget.
The Lewd King.
Not far
I'm gonna be
off.
like, we're at the Lewd Tavern. And I'm just
Alright.
gonna have Magda stand out front because she's very, very visible.
Okay. So you'll be making your way out.
Mhm.
All right. So the you guys will be able to reconvene. Magdalene again is very easy to see. So the four of you are
And then
together.
I'm gonna tell her and Mshali everything I just learned from the gentleman inside.
So where is this impossible place that we must reach regardless?
It's in the heart of town.
He turns and looks to the tower, and then he turns and looks towards the mockery of the noble house of Wellshire. Which of the two?
Yeah, that's all I got, and those are my guesses also. So I would assume by the heart of town, he means the center of town, which I would assume is the tower.
Magdalene goes, fuck.
Been there before, honey?
Well, I know the affiliation, not in this tower itself, but I could use it.
Okay.
With that, she kind of pulls the cloth that's kind of that wraps around her neck, and with that, you see a red rose on her.
Okay.
Do we all see that?
Yes, she's doing it in front of all three of you.
Okay. Dun dun dun. Can we see
So,
what's his face? Croissant Man around? John?
Who's Croissant Man?
John,
Oh,
something
Jean,
or whatever.
No, Jean hasn't revealed himself to you.
Okay. So he's still just out on the skirts, like.
You hope so.
Well,
I'm gonna reach out with message again to see if I can contact him.
100 feet? How far?
120 feet.
He is not in contact.
I don't know where he is.
well, he's the weakest link, so I'm not that sad.
goodbye. Sorry, autonomic
Hours and
response.
number.
So what can we do to get into this tower with you, Magdalene?
Well, if I announce myself, your entourage, obviously, we always usually have other people with us. But
How are we gonna get out with him?
well, that depends on. I'm no longer really with this anymore. So this is an old gambit if we go with it.
Do many people know that you're not with that now?
Us roses are very, very secretive, more so than what we're a part of. Because they're a lot more individualists. Most of us don't like each other. And
Respect.
we're all trying to establish our own power and such, so yeah.
So you could go in and no one would know any wiser that you're
By
not
myself,
part of it
yes.
as much. Okay.
But if he's there, unless he is one of these roses, he would be under the protection of one of the roses?
One doesn't normally become protected by the roses. Someone is using the roses to deter other people from going in there.
So should we go in there first in a smaller group to see if he's even in there?
I can go in myself or with Jean because we were hired much after he left.
Right,
He
he wouldn't
doesn't know.
recognize either of you.
Right.
Maybe that's our play at first, is to have her go in to see if he's even there, because if he's not there, then he's in the other building, and, well, I think that's where Bailen comes in, because she used to sneak in and out a lot.
Right. I'd rather him not see me until the last minute possible, because even with any kind of cloak or whatnot, he knows who I am. So
I think I must ask this question. Are we capturing Thomas, or are we ending Thomas?
it really depends on the situation we're given. I mean, if we're able to capture him, I would rather capture him because he has to have some kind of idea of what happened with his dad. Otherwise, why would he leave?
I thought his name was Winston.
It is. Thomas is my
Okay.
brother.
Sorry.
I was like, we're killing Thomas now? We gotta go back to town!
Your story was
Damn it,
really bad,
Thomas!
remember?
You're right. That was my... Yep.
Damn it, Thomas!
Thomas is the evil one.
My bad.
I'm not
always
against
been
either
Thomas.
plan, by the way, if it's Thomas or Winston. So
Bailen actually had me tripped up.
We'll kill
yeah.
them both. We'll start here and head back to Wellshire and take out the other.
Well,
I
this...
told you I had other plans.
Uh-oh.
Understood.
I would say not kill if it's possible. I mean, if any of us are in a dire situation, save yourself first. But I would like to see him speak.
Understood.
So
Plus, I just like to see what my cousin would do to him because it'd be kind of fun to just sit back and watch. 'Cause
Well, do we even
she-
know if he's involved? Like, all we know is he ran out and then we found his father. Do we even know if he was part of it or anything, or are we just assuming and we came after him to get more information?
I'm gonna say he's guilty by association, and until he clears his name, guilty.
So Magdalene is saying, capture if possible, but kill if you need to.
Correct.
Fry his ass.
Okay.
I mean, how he's killed, that's all up to you. Use your imagination. Color that shit. But if we can keep him first.
Okay.
I wonder what your cousin would say if she heard us talking about killing him this quickly.
She wouldn't be surprised. She'd say that's on par.
She seems like
Lady-
a very understanding woman.
Yeah.
Lady
well, I mean,
Lady Kerowyn knows who she sent.
Does she?
She sent
knows-
a bard,
that's what-
a scout, whatever Lady Bailen is, and 2 mysterious figures, all to try to capture a kid who's about our age. Yeah,
And
he
your
ain't coming
point?
back alive. Let's just say that.
well, I mean, if we were to make him slightly unconscious, that would help.
His odds are stronger if he acquiesces immediately. I doubt he's that
Yes,
wise.
if he doesn't fully die and stays unconscious the whole way back, then we could get him back pretty easily. He doesn't have to be awake. He
I
just
mean,
doesn't have to be dead.
I've made a lot of friends that know how to resurrect the dead. I'm sure I can get in contact with one of them that knows me a favor.
Listen, I can keep him barely alive. We'll just keep him on that edge.
Most people in Alanis don't trust anyone who's come back from the dead.
As I said, we won't get him that far, but if we can keep him before death, we'll just go there.
So the plan will be is Magdalen's going to go in and check it out. You guys are going
Make sure
Yeah.
he's there,
Where
and then if he
where are the
is,
3 of you going to go?
I'm
there's
gonna go-
no inns around. You go to the tavern for the inn, right?
You go where?
The tavern to get a room to spend the night or something.
Most of the times, yes, but there are other ones around.
Well, then I would say, why don't we go back to the tavern that we're next to and get a room and just wait for her to tell us what's going on?
The Loot
least
King.
we
is
have a
pretty-
meeting place.
Is pretty gross
So?
with rats.
Is
So
it
how
too much for Lady Bailen to stay in a place that's gross? Do we need to get a nicer room? Like, if that's what you're saying, Benny, we can do that.
I'm just asking if you guys don't care. You do
I
trust
mean,
him.
how despicable are we talking? We want to get? I mean, I'm already covered in who knows what on this cloak.
Okay, cool. I like it. All right. Harris goes, "Oh, you're back with some new people."
Yep. Some of my traveling friends. Do you have a room? We need a place to crash.
It's gonna cost you another 3 silver.
Done.
Are you all sleeping together,
Yep.
or more rooms?
It's warmer that way.
Yeah, it's true. 2 rooms?
I put down 4 silver. The best you have available, please.
Anything for a fox. All right. You go and get a room.
I was waiting for him to say something, and he was like, "Wait, what did you say?"
All right, so you guys will camp out.
Yep.
Lady Kerowyn, Ash, Thulsa, the morning is fast approaching. Where do you wish to be?
So, you guys are welcome to be there when she comes for me. Did she say
Yep.
she was coming in the morning? All right. Well, in the morning, I will be sitting in front of the altar to cross, awaiting her presence. And then I'm actually going to do exactly that, and I'm actually going to pray for some guidance.
Roll wisdom.
So, just so we're all clear,
I
you're saying you intend and do not want to go.
absolutely, I do not want to go and leave this town without my protection.
All right.
But I would not mind you guys' support while I try to talk her out of this plan. So I'll roll the wisdom, see what I get. Oh, it doesn't let me roll it. Oh, there we go. Clicked on the wrong spot. Maybe that's a bad omen? Yeah. Average. Nothing major. 12.
12.
Yeah.
In your prayer, you feel like these are fated days, more or less. You feel that there is something of significant weight is all you can kind of think about.
Okay. When you guys come into the temple, I will be like in front of the altar to cross, and it'll be one of the few times you see me without my helmet on, or the shield on my arm, because I would be kind of praying, and just waiting. I'm obviously in prayer when you get there.
Okay.
Out of respect, Kerowyn will have gone in. She'll go into one of the back pews and maybe mumbling slightly out loud without realizing it. She's kind of talking to herself and talking to the god and going, I don't talk to you at all. I don't know what to say to you. But you want to help my parents. You help me find something to help my parents. I don't know what to say to you. So she's kind of doing that and kind of mumbling to herself.
You worship here, right?
I don't know that I picked out a religion for her.
Well, the church is actually a church of 5 gods. So you could go to a different one if you wanted to. It's Cross, Tyr, Ra, Thoth, and Ares.
She's there for you.
Yeah.
She's there for you, and I don't think I chose a specific religion for her, so she probably really feels out of her element, but feels also that with her parents, she's very out of her element. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting, really. And
I'll be outside the door of the church waiting for her.
So Thulsa is outside all by himself. I'm just inside, and you're at the altar. Great.
right.
Okay. You begin waiting. And did you tell the guards to let her in?
Oh,
Yes.
I would have told Tulsa to not challenge her, yeah.
Yes. I would have not wanted anybody to die or be injured in the course of this. However, sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. I feel that I probably would have positioned. I have a list of archers and crossbowmen in my notes. I don't know if they went with us when we fought the basilisk, or if they, or if they're from after that.
Anyone that you remember me giving a name to, or that those are people that are all alive. No, none of those left. The only people you've lost were the Wellshire riders.
Okay. Then I probably would have placed 3 archers on rooftops,
Okay.
like at 3 o'clock this morning,
Okay.
surrounding the front entrance of the temple.
Okay. So 3.
Yes.
All right.
My encouragement would have been to just point her in the right direction, not challenge her or stop her, because she's gonna mess anybody up that tries to.
Okay.
You don't know who they are.
No, but that would have been my advice.
They're my backup.
That's fair.
Okay.
I see them.
Yep. You know they're out there. All right. So she comes up, striding in, looking sort of intimidating, even for a young girl. She walks up and goes, "All right, Ash, it is time for you to go."
So she's bypassing everybody. She just appears in the church.
No, she's walking in. Everyone was told not to stop her. So unless you want
But
to
I
put,
said I was posted outside to meet her.
oh, I'm sorry. So you will run into her first then.
So I'll offer a bow. Morning, Lady Greystoke. Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
I apologize, but we have a slight conflict that I felt I should bring to your attention.
Oh yeah.
Well, you see, again, my friend Ash, he's reluctant to leave his post here in the city. So as I see it, we have a bit of a conflict. So if you need him to go, and I understand your orders are to take him with you back to your queen, then I respectfully request that as a knight of your court, and being not sovereign to this territory that you're in, that you apply for an official application through the Lords of Greyheim for an extradition of Ash out of this territory, legally and binding. And, we'll need that paperwork done through the Lords of Greyheim and the lawful order of their rule here in this area. And then once they receive your application and the magistrates process it, then they will send to Lady Cadell here of this city, to request her processing of your request for extradition of Ash from his citizenship of this area. And once we receive your lawful request through the courts from your nation to our nation, then I'd be most happy as the lawman of this area to escort our young Ash, as per your extradition request, to see your queen in your sovereign territory.
You're cute. But here's how this works. The Queen of Summer wants him. I'm going to get him.
So your queen doesn't care about the laws of the lands?
No.
Well, that answer kind of shut me down, didn't it?
Sure did.
Well, then, he's inside and he's waiting to speak with you.
Thank you.
I was just hoping to do this in a friendly, politically law-abiding way.
Understandable.
You might not want to interrupt his prayers, though. He's inside. He'll be done shortly, I'm sure.
Very well.
You're just going to keep her outside?
No, I assume she's going to go past, and then I'll follow.
Yep.
When I hear her walk in, I will. I'll stand up. I'll turn around. I'll put on my helmet. I'll grab my shield, and then I'll just kind of wait for her to walk up to me.
Yep.
I'm not armed.
Again, I'll go back to her before she goes, "Okay, Ash, it's time for you to go."
I don't see why I should go with you, and I'd like some more explanation as to how taking a priest of protection away from the town could possibly help protect it.
You will
You
bring
haven't
great.
given-
All I was told, you will bring great harm to the town.
How can a priest of protection bring great harm to a town he's sworn to protect the members of?
You can ask the Queen.
The queen, who is this queen? What authority does she have, or is she? What insight is she operating off of? You're asking us to trust someone that you understandably trust, but we don't even know.
She's the queen of summer, which helps with the seasons, and she has have importance of a great things that are happening. And she sent me. She could have sent anybody else, but she sent me, which means this is very important, not some happenstance situation. This is dire.
So your queen is a deity?
Pretty much.
Well, then she has no authority over me because I serve another deity. She can't have any say over me.
Well,
She would go against the will of an actual deity, where she's only pretty much a deity. That sounds dangerous. Have you seen what we face here?
you just don't barely know the Fae. Yeah, we'll. She thinks it's important, and if that's what Queen Titania wants, then that's what I'm here to do.
Thinks it's important. Does she know what we face here?
I am not about to question my queen.
I'm not about to question my God. So can we try to come to a understanding? Is immediacy of paramount concern here? Do we need to do this right now, or can we take some time to see what my presence here does? Maybe you stay and
I stay.
help. Sure. You could stay, see what you could do to help protect us from the things that fell, and if things start going poorly, if my presence here is truly a threat to the realm, then we'll return to your queen.
You want me to wait to see this proved before the queen?
You
Before I
said
take
your
her.
queen only thinks it's important and feels it's important. Shouldn't you go back to your queen knowing that she hasn't sent you out there on a fruitless mission?
She knows of someone importance is here.
And
You
none
are
of us know that's me.
You are born
Well-
strangely, correct?
I was born of a natural order. My mother's presence here was strange.
What was that?
My mother appeared from the mists. The mists shifted her out of an ambush. She was on a caravan. It was ambushed. She sought Nyx's guidance to guide her someplace safe, and Nyx guided her here.
Who is Nyx?
The goddess of the mists.
The mist. I think that is important, but I do not know this god.
I am happy to educate you on everything about this realm that you are concerned to protect. You and your queen want to protect this realm, but don't seem to understand it?
Yes.
Maybe we could work together on this. I want to protect this realm, but I don't see how I can protect this realm by leaving it when I know more about it than the people who are also trying to protect it by taking me away. I'm sorry,
What do you know of this realm?
I know a great deal of this realm. It's ruled over by the Dark Lady.
Yes.
She
Who's the
is,
Dark Lady?
I will not say her name in this holy ground.
Why?
And I ask that you not dare we bring her attention.
We are in the attention of Silk. That is what we're here.
How about it's custom? It's just a thing we do. You're
do
young.
You do not say her name?
We do not. We feel it means that she will turn her eye upon us, generally in a negative way, if we invoke her name while not being one of her servants or worshippers.
My mother says she made me. She made my happiness.
I'm sorry. The Dark Lady made you?
Yes. She helped my father.
The
Yeah,
Dark
we're
Lady?
straying into a bit of uncertain territory here in this conversation.
What do you mean uncertain? I don't understand why you not speak of this of silk. It's important.
She's very important.
My mother grabs magic from her. Many of our friends are helping her.
Helping her to what?
I am not sure of that. My mother and father did not tell me much of it, because I had to serve the queen, which seems to be what their importance is about. They spent much time with my parents when they were with the queen. That's where I was born.
Who are your parents?
My father is Hephaestus, and mother is Vivian.
Okay.
And they worship silk.
They do not worship silk. My father worships Tyr. My mother, she has a fancy for her. But when I left them, they both had her power in them. Power of soul.
Well, she is considered the goddess of magic here, so...
Yes, she's very powerful magic.
Wield the arcane magic?
Yeah, this is starting to feel like a boulder kind of rolling down a hill.
In what way?
Well, this conversation is going south.
South.
It's not going south. We're learning two different viewpoints on something. When you consider the planes, each deity is worshipped in their own way in each realm. I think maybe silk could... I don't know. I'm a little... So, what does your family wish to help her do?
They have been quested by her. They're trying to free her, I believe.
From the realm?
From Hades.
Who's Hades?
He is the god of death. He is evil. He is an asshole.
Well, most gods of death are indeed that. I would have to agree with you there. But I've never heard the god of death called Hades. It's a plane.
It is a plane.
Outer realm. What we've referred to as one of the levels of the hells is Hades. I mean...
Well, he is causing much havoc in my world. Well, in a world my father comes from, and my mother.
So, you're not even from the Summer Court? You're from a different...
No, I am born of the Summer Court. I was important.
Oh.
My father says I am a peace treaty.
Oh. All right. That's... Your father's a noble, yes?
Yes.
And you said he has claim to Greyheim?
Yes.
And he sent you as a...
He did not send me. The Queen sent me. My father was already gone.
Sent you to the Queen is what I'm asking.
He gifted me to the Queen.
Okay. That's not unheard of amongst noble houses, I suppose. The Queen is some kind of... So they are trying to free her from the clutches of a god in a realm other than this, so that she can return here, I'm to assume? But she's still here.
Okay.
Do you understand where we're losing some of this?
I am also
We're not even
lost. She is something very important where I come from.
Is she a god where you come from?
She is, yes, she is a trapped goddess from Hades.
She's trapped.
Yes. Hades trapped her. When I left the Fey Court, she was meant to be used against Zeus and his children.
Don't know this Zeus either.
But you are a man of the cloth, a priest. You should know these.
Again, these are not names of deities that are in this realm. What is Zeus the god of?
He is the Allfather of the mortal men.
That doesn't translate. There's no father of mortal men that is worshipped in this realm.
No.
What? So your family seeks to release Silk from her prison. To what end?
So she may not be used by Hades. He has been bringing back the dead.
Okay, that is bad, but he is the god of the dead, so I suppose that's within his purview. Well, no,
but he is trying to destroy the living. And the
right,
gods.
That's not what he should be doing. Right.
He wishes to be king of the gods. He wishes to be the Allfather.
King of the gods? There's a king of the gods where you come from?
That is Zeus, the Allfather.
There's
I do
no
not worship these gods, to be fair, priest. These are just people the mortals do.
Which gods do you worship, or do you not?
I cannot worship any. I follow the Summer Queen.
Okay.
My father prays to Tyr because he has blades of them.
I know Tyr. Tyr is the god of justice, law, order. Yes. Tyr is here.
And then.
Tyr's altar. I point to his altar in the corner. That is Tyr's altar in this realm.
Then talk to Tyr. He knows.
Tyr won't hear me. I speak to Cross. It would be irregular. Although the gods are aligned, he's not my patron. It would be like you speaking to another god instead of your Summer Queen.
They would listen to me. I am the Knight of Summer.
Huh. Okay. Wow. We're deep in metaphysical and metaplanar. I'm in over my head a bit. I think we're both confused as to what is going on here.
There are 3 powers of the Fae of each of the seasons. You know seasons, yes?
Seasons, yes. We have seasons.
So the court of Fae are made of such. Summer, spring, winter, and autumn. 3 of us hold power in each of those. The queens rule each of the courts. They are the highest power during those seasons. They are served by a lady and a knight. All the others are just vassals to the kingdom of these courts. When I say I am a knight, I am the knight. I am the gift. I am the peace treaty.
Okay. I can respect that you're basically the chosen warrior of your queen, yes? How that translates?
I am the leader of all the warriors for the Summer Court.
And these courts, are they their own different realms?
Yes.
Do they... Okay. These all... Let me explain something different. So we're now talking essentially about 6 different realms. Alanis, the courts, and where your parents come from.
Yes.
So... Would it surprise you if I told you that I'm gonna say it, Silk still holds power here and is not trapped and away, and still gives her favor to her followers?
There is something to that I don't know. Most of this is with Queen Tatiana and the Queen of Air and Darkness. She has favored Hades, and that is where the Seelie and Unseelie are fighting against her in our strives to unravel what he has done and what she is planning. He wants the mortal realms. The Queen of Air and Darkness wants the Fey realm.
Who? Sorry, several terms I don't even know. Queen of Air and Darkness?
Yes, she is the Queen of the Shadow Court, which has touched bases where the Raven Queen is.
The Raven Queen?
Yes, another deity that Silk is affiliated with here.
So Silk is affiliated with the Raven Queen.
Yes.
And what does the Raven Queen and the Lady of Darkness, what was it?
Well, the Queen of Air and Darkness, she is
Queen of Air and Darkness.
She is an evil bitch. She brings much hatred and death to the realm.
Okay. It sounds like an appropriate name. And what does she and her servant, the Raven Queen, want with Silk?
Well, no, the Raven Queen does not serve the Queen of Air and Darkness. She just resides in the same type of realm as the Queen of Air and Darkness. She has helped us against her.
So the Raven Queen helps you?
Yes.
Against the evil?
Yes.
Okay. Seelie, Unseelie, can you help me with those terms?
Yes. My queen is from the Seelie. Summer and spring make Seelie. Autumn and winter make the Unseelie. So Queen Tatiana of summer and Queen Alara of spring. Of the
So are we talking basically life and light versus decay and darkness? Seelie, Unseelie?
Very much like the season. Spring, we are full bloom. We are warmth, fire, life. Spring is much of the early birth, renewance. Autumn, things begin to do fall, gets colder. Color, though, vibrance. Queen Istissa is the queen of autumn. And the harsh cold, the bitterness, is Queen Karasta.
And then there is also the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Yes, she's the only one that has a different court. There are, like I said, 3 of us on the Seelie and Unseelie. But the Queen of Air and Darkness, she has something more sinister. She has the Knights of Nine.
Wow. You've got terms upon terms upon terms, and...
Well, this is my life. I know of the Fae.
I know nothing of the Fae. I know nothing of why the Fae would want to take anyone from this realm that wants to protect it from the threats that is facing. Do you know the threats that our town is facing?
You are the threat.
I am no threat to this town. How could I possibly be?
I don't know. The Queen did not give me details. All I had to do was get you, and then the answers would be made beholden to you.
Okay. Can I show you the threat that we face? That I'm not sure you'll understand as much because it deals with different realms, but can I show you the threat that's been placed upon us and why I cannot leave?
I don't understand why I would care about the threat of this town once I have you removed.
Because this threat, if you don't know about this threat and how I can stop it, then you don't know the whole situation, nor does your queen.
Ash, I'm going to give you a history check right now at advantage. Thulsa, you may also roll history, but regular.
Not me.
Not you. You're just not much of a studier, Cadell. You're very naughty.
19.
19?
You ditched with me.
Yep. You went out drinking with the boys.
My brain was just swimming in all this new information. I wasn't really focused.
Ash is important. Okay. There's some key things. One, although Lady Kerowyn's statement makes importance to you, I'm gonna kind of set up the thread for you. Lady Kerowyn is of House Cadell. House Cadell is created or was beholden to Wellshire, making them in league to Greyheim. You now know I told you of her name, Lady Greystoke.
Oh yeah, I'm ignoring that.
Well, if you're trying to get her, though, she is indeed beholden to a history much deeper. If she is who she says she is, it could be your persuasion of not to leave. So this is one DM hint that I don't often give to you that will give your conflict of debate a chance.
All right. So she said, I don't know why I would care about the threat to this town. Right. So you this town is a vassal of Greyheim. You know that, right?
What do you mean?
This town was founded by Greyheim. The Lady Cadell, right over there in the corner, has been assigned, her family was given this town as the nobles of this town with fealty to Greyheim. And if you are who you say you are, and that name you are using is real, and your father truly has claimed Greyheim, then maybe you should look to see what threat there is to it. Because I know that name, and I've heard those stories. And those stories are about heroes. And those stories are about people who have sacrificed a great deal for this realm.
Now give me persuasion at advantage.
Not terribly good at... Well, all right, I get... Oh, that's one of them. Well, that's a bad roll. So it's 7 or... Come on, baby. 18.
She looks like you hit her with something. And she goes, my father talked often of Greyheim. He said he was never there, but it is a sacred city.
I've never been either, but this town was founded by Greyheim to expand its political influence. As most towns are. And Lady Kerowyn over there owes her fealty to the Lord of Greyheim. And this town is definitely under dire threat from abyssal forces who are going to, at some point or another, assault it. We have already faced out abyssal.
Priest, you're going to make my queen very angry.
I did not summon these abyssal forces.
I know, but I am a Greystoke, and I cannot abandon the sacred lands then. Well,
how much do you know about the abyssal realms and their language?
I do not speak their language, but I know of them.
Lady Kerowyn, I think I should show her the circle.
Very well.
Would you care to take her on a tour? I'll come with, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
I've been talking a lot. Somebody else needs to do it.
So, you will get a chance to walk her back. Is there anything you wish to say at this point? Either one of you two that have also listened to Ash banter about religion to a scale and planescaping to a scale you have never even possibly thought fathom.
No, Kerowyn's head hurts.
Okay.
Carow's head hurts.
All right. Walking close to her, Kerowyn, because I don't think you have a lot close. This young girl, and she is definitely younger than you. And you can basically tell that she is in the most esteemed armor and weaponry that you have ever possibly imagined. Like, you've got to believe that the smiths that she's wearing are definitely of some king's ship, king's armorer type of equivalent. So when she says she is serving a queen and she is one of 3, it's got to be very true in that element, because no one else could have this type of attire.
So as we're walking, I will send a little tendril of thought back to Thulsa and say, when we reach the keep, if you can arrange breakfast.
To Thulsa?
Mm-hmm.
He's following you. He's following with you. So is that
Yes, I don't want to say this out loud. I'm just
Okay.
telling him, hey, basically take a step aside for a second and order breakfast for, our guest.
Okay.
Like, if I'm getting that close of a look, I'm imagining that she's going, okay, I need to treat her with a little bit more higher level, and this early in the morning, you've been on the road all night, and, those kinds of things.
Okay.
And what method was used to deliver that?
Mentally.
Right, but like, what's the
Oh,
mechanics of it?
the mechanics? You
Just a
will
thought.
hear my voice in your head saying, when we get to the keep, if you can step aside for a moment and arrange breakfast for our guest.
And so it's just words. You're not like reading thoughts or anything.
Nope, I'm not reading your thoughts. I'm just putting my thoughts in, my words into your head.
Into your
Okay.
Okay.
You're not reading thoughts. Got it.
All right.
No.
So you guys just quietly. She just strides with purpose. You can just tell she's stubborn. She's one stubborn girl, and she doesn't seem to be privy to much or interest of anything else. And she just kind of walks. I will say, she is a young girl again. She's obviously outnumbered 30-something to 1, and she doesn't seem to be scared. And a part of you both, give me both an insight check. I'll give all 3 of you, since you're all there. All 3 of you give me an insight check.
Oh, she's absolutely Greystoke. 13.
Yeah, she is.
13.
I'm again distracted with my thoughts or somebody else's.
Somebody else. What was yours, Kerowyn?
I am too. I got a 9.
9. Okay. You can't, well, Ash, you just feel that she has aggression. Like, you sense, like, she's confident, but she has there's an arrogance of a bit of aggression to it. You're not sure, but there's a taste of it. All right. Leader of the house, you bring her to the circle.
I will bring her. Yeah, I will bring her down to the circle. I will explain the circumstances as I understand them, how we found Winston Senior and all of this stuff, and explain that we have already fought the basilisk, and try to remembering my best to remember which one went in what order and what was going on.
Okay.
But I point out the poison dart because that's number 2.
Okay. And as you point that out, blood is beginning to pour from it and fill it.
Fuck.
And that's where we'll end.
Dun dun dun.
You're right.
At least we got a knight to help us out.
Well done.
They're gonna let me die.
She
So,
is the poison dart. Let's be honest.
Lewanika, is there anyone have a date that seems to pop out as we plan for next month?
Give me 2 seconds to bring up my calendar. You actually pulled the end of the scene a little faster than I anticipated. I
Sorry,
was
I had
not
The
prepared.
cliffhanger was just right there. I had to shoot for it.
What? Yeah, well, of course. I mean, blood was flowing. I mean, where else would you stop?
Yeah.
The second is
So-
Streams of Spero in July.
Yeah. I think I do have July. Hang
So we
on.
can't do the second.
Yeah. Let's see.
But there are 4 of the dates: 9th, 16th.
The ninth would probably be the best. It is absolutely impossible for us to really have anything for TTJ on that night because we actually already have that weekend off. So.
All right. Sound
Yeah,
good,
we
everybody
still-
else?
I would say the 9th or the 16th would probably be the best evenings for best Sundays for me, depending on what everybody else has. But the 9th being my preference.
I'm free. All of it.
We're
Yeah,
still
just
looking
have
at 7 o'clock.
Yep, we'll do 7 o'clock. I have some earlier games, but I'll definitely have plenty of time for them.
The 9th.
If you have a game on the 9th, I'm happy with the 16th. Then I
No,
mean
it'll
I'd
be-
ra-
It's an early game.
that way
Carl.
you don't have
It's the same thing.
yeah
as
that
today.
way you don't have to double up though. I don't want to bury you and stuff. You know.
Okay, so
Ben,
we'll do
ben
the
doesn't
16th.
have to
then.
work at it. He just runs around shooting stuff in the other game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We'll do the 16th then. How's that? 16th
All right.
breaks it up.
That's my
16th?
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Ooh, could be a good day.
I already
for
have
you
my
there.
gift.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't get to see this. Oh no, some of you saw it in the chat. Never
Yeah.
mind.
You pop in the chat.
Yeah.
Forgot I did that.
Yeah. All right. Well done, everybody. And obviously, we're heading to a possible milestone with the blood filling up. So,
Dun dun
Yep.
dun.
bum, bum, bum.
We are really far away for that right now. like I don't know how
Mhm.
I get there in time.
I don't know if you do, but you got your
probably
own problems.
won't.
You guys got your own problems developing. That was fun though. You
Yeah.
guys wandering around town was pretty interesting to see all you guys at play.
And we don't have a plan. That's fine.
No.
Well, it's obvious the way you guys roll. It's cool. It was just funny seeing Lee
Well-
Wanika bite his lip because he's Mr. Rogue there, and he's like, "Oh, I just took Mr. Nature Boy, who doesn't seem to know anything about life and stuff, and the history." And he's like, "Oh, God damn it!"
No.
I
gotta stop the
specifically
stream.
I specifically rolled a character that was against the type I usually